Hello, this is Minash Patel from EII Capital Group. Today is July 5th, 2010, and this is the Ichimoku analysis for this week for the U.S. markets. Hopefully everyone had a good 4th of July week and you're ready to start trading again. Before we begin, again, let's go through the normal disclaimer. Disclaimer is basically this is for educational purpose only. We're not soliciting for anything or any offers or buy or sell. Most of the charts you will either see in the Thinkorswim platform or TradeStation. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to have them, but this is what the platforms that we're using to pretty much display the charts. Okay. Again, here's my contact information. If you go to eiicapital.com, you can find more information, resources in regards to Ichimoku. We have a 2-hour video there available. We also have Ichimoku dashboard that's released for currencies a couple of weeks ago, and we're about to release it for stocks and futures in the next couple of weeks. There's all kinds of information there, so you could have access to our forums, wikis, and so forth there. Okay, so let's jump straight into the ES futures. I'm going to start with a weekly time frame. If you look at the previous videos, basically we've been in a consolidation pattern for the last 2 to 3 weeks. And if you look, these are the consolidation patterns. Pretty much we said the high side of the range was 1217 for the E-mini S&P futures, and the bottom was about 1036. If you look on a weekly time frame, we pretty much broke right through the cloud, went below it, broke out of our little range, and came here. We're not quite in the middle of the cloud yet, so we're pretty much, since the price is in the cloud, we're pretty much in a consolidation pattern right now on a weekly time frame. So we're neither bullish nor bearish. Okay, we're going to go in, we're going to pretty much, if I can find my drawing tool, draw another price line tool. We're going to draw here at the flat line here. This marks another support area, so we're kind of waiting to see what happens. If you look at Chicago, it's right here. It's above the Cajun Sand. It's going to come here. You're going to kind of see what's going to happen at the 989 level. Let's minimize this and see what happens here. And if you look, there's that level there, and then another level here. So right around, and we're going to zoom in. Right around 1989 to 1971 is a kind of a key support level for the S&P mini futures. Okay, so let's go look at the daily time frame, see what we find there. If you look at the daily time frame, you could see that we are bearish. Everything is bearish now, so you know, pretty much we're moving forward. One thing of concern, and if you look at it, if you zoom in, price is starting to get away from the Tinkinson, but Tinkinson is pointing down, so we're not really worried about the distance right now at all. So you kind of want to see what happens this week, but we could have a minor pullback to this 1035 level, but we could continue to go down. There's a high chance we're going to continue to go down, break the 1000 barrier, and go down and reach the levels that we talked about on the weekly time frame, which is right around 989. Now, it doesn't mean it's closing price. We could hit their intraday low and then bounce off that. We don't know. But the key right now is, since the weekly time frame is consolidated in the cloud, basically we are basically not bullish nor bearish. Okay, let's go look at the SPX. SPX, if you look at it, pretty much same scenario. We're in the cloud now on a weekly time frame. It pretty much looks the same as the E-mini S&P futures. And if you look here, same scenario here on the SPX. Okay, let's go look at something else in here. Let's see. We're going to flip through some of the futures here. Let's go look at the E-mini NASDAQ 100. And if you look here, same scenario here. Let's go look at the weekly, because that was more bullish than the others. And if you look at here, pressing the wrong buttons today. If you look at here, this basically last week just pretty much came here, touched the bottom of the cloud, and bounced off that. So this hasn't gone into the cloud yet. Today, the futures are down 7.25 right now, so it's in the cloud. But pretty much that really doesn't say much at all right now. You got to wait and see what happens. This is starting to turn bearish on a weekly time frame, because look at the Kumo future. It's starting to turn, but it's not quite there. If you don't remember what the ES Kumo future was, let's go back to it, and you can look, same type of scenario. Okay, so what's starting to happen here is, as price goes through this Kumo cloud, it's now starting to change the future cloud. If this Kumo future basically turns bearish, and basically we come out of the Kumo cloud on the bottom side, we're now going to have a bearish trend that's now going to set up. So if that happens, then there's a high chance that we're going to start coming down here into these levels, where we're going to go retest the lows from way back then. So the levels are 787 and 682. So we really don't know what level is going to happen, but right now we just got to wait and see. But the weekly time frame is basically showing that all the markets, both the NASDAQ and the ES mini futures, are in the consolidation pattern. Again, here's my contact information. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us through the discussion forum, and we'll respond back to you in a timely manner. Thank you.